I realize I'm a bit late to this whole party that everyone is talking about all over the internet, mainly because I have not got anything in my feed about it, for probably a good reason. But in case you don't know, there's a group of anime YouTubers, I'll put that in quotes because I really don't think they are anime YouTubers, but it's a bunch of fuckboys called the Anime Men, who made a video a couple weeks ago ranking every first episode of every popular anime for each year. And I think that's a great idea for a video. I would definitely watch it, but not from these guys. Now, I'm not an anime YouTuber. I don't solely focus on content from anime. I like anime very much. I think it's my favorite medium of entertainment, and I've seen a lot of it, especially when I was a kid. But watching this video made me think about a few things, because I've seen a lot of videos that have a certain theme to them every single time they do like anime related stuff. Now, I'm gonna show a few clips from these guys, like from the video itself, so I can kind of give you some context on what I'm talking about. To be completely honest with you, I don't think these guys ever grew up watching anime.
No, I used to hate anime my whole entire life. Until 2020, the first actual anime episode I ever watched was the first episode of Death Note. It was so good.
Never seen an anime in your entire life until 2020. That answers a lot of questions about the takes from this video that they made. A lot of people got into anime during the COVID era because everyone was stuck at home, they had nothing to do, so they decided to just sit back and watch anime because there was nothing else that they could do at all. So they watched basically the main stuff that everyone was talking about, like Death Note, Demon Slayer, My Hero, all the main shonen ones. And that's fine. Everyone has their own opinion. I can respect that. You can watch whatever you want, like what you like. That's not my place to criticize. However, the way that these guys rank certain shows was just really stupid. I hate to like criticize them, but if you're gonna call yourselves like the Anime Men, I would hope that you know at least some knowledge of anime that everyone should know.
Dragon Ball. I don't want anyone attacking me for what I'm about to say, but what the hell did I just watch? Goku with a tail. I've never seen that before.
The audacity to say that you've never seen Goku with a tail and you think it's really weird is so stupid. Every Dragon Ball fan, or every person who's pretty much seen anime, knows that Goku had a tail. His son had a tail, Vegeta had a tail, and they even brought back his tail in GT. Like, how stupid could you possibly be to say that you've never seen Goku with a tail before? You've obviously never seen any bit of Dragon Ball if you're going to be saying that, or you never even paid attention to it. And that's what mainly these guys did in this video. If they were watching an anime, most of the time they were just on their phone, so I'm pretty sure that they weren't even paying attention to any of the shows that they watched, or keeping up with any context of the shows, because it really shows that they've pretty much never properly seen a full anime. I think the only ones that they've ever seen were the mainstream ones, like I said. And I noticed this a lot whenever they were giving their ranking systems, because almost every single old classic beloved anime that everyone really enjoyed back in the day, they did not like. Certain ones like Astro Boy, they thought it was really stupid. You have to think about when these shows came out, what time period it was, the kind of audience that they were trying to appeal to. It was a different time back then. There's a reason why these shows were so beloved. They have their own unique style. They're very memorable for certain reasons. I guess they just don't like old shows. That could be a valid reason, but even some of the other classic ones that a lot of people in this generation grew up with, like Sailor Moon, for example, they thought it was dumb. Which, how fucking dare you? Sailor Moon, I never watched Sailor Moon growing up, but I recently watched it for the first time, actually, and I really enjoyed it. I can see why a lot of people really liked it. I can see why my friend really liked it. I can see why it was so popular back in the day, and I like it. I thought it was a very solid show, so I became a fan of it. And there was just one specific one that really pissed me off because it's my favorite anime ever made. I'm just gonna play the clip because I am just so peeved.
Some type of purgatory where dead people are currently stuck in as they rebel against the purgatory system, which is in the form of some white-haired lolly. I'm not sure how old she is, but she's definitely a lolly. Just look at her. I don't know. It feels very slice of life, and you can kind of already tell what type of anime you're getting with the first episode, which isn't always a good thing. This is going into the D tier.
The audacity to say that Angel Beats is terrible and it's slice of lifey does not even cover the basis of the whole thing. I know that they were just going for the first episodes of animes, but the purpose of these shows is to dive into them and watch the whole thing so that you can kind of get a bigger context. Because I will tell you right now, Angel Beats is an insane show. It is probably my favorite show ever made. I love the whole story. I love the soundtrack. I love the characters. It does way more in one season than most shonen shows do in like 3 or 4 seasons. That's how good it is. There was just something special about Angel Beats that made me really, really love it. And hearing that was just so bad. And that brings me to my next big point. There's been a term for these guys going around called anime tourists. If you don't know what that is, it's basically people who only like anime for the main stuff. Like I said, it's the shonen stuff, so you got Attack on Titan, your My Hero fans, your Demon Slayer fans, Dragon Ball, One Piece, only mainstream stuff. They don't ever branch out, they just stick to one certain thing. I don't have a problem with that. My brother, for example, he only likes action anime, so he needs something to kind of stimulate his brain. I can respect that. He has his own choice, his own opinions. But what this does is it makes people not want to branch out to watch different styles of shows, and it also makes people compare all the big, popular shonen shows to all the niche slice of life romance drama types of anime. I was like that too. I only watched certain action anime for a while, and then I decided to branch out because I was curious about all the different shows. Like Made in Abyss, for example. That was the first show that ever made me physically cry. It was so sad at the very end of the first season. It made me really like it because it was really unique. The art style was cool. The story was different. It didn't have like a heroic style appeal to it. It was a more realistic setting. And that's something I really, really enjoy from anime. So after that, I branched out. I started watching more romance, more dramas, more slice of life, and I really, really enjoy them. It makes me appreciate anime even more because I can watch all these shows and not compare them to all these different popular ones, because each one has their own unique style and their own appeal to people. That's what I think anime should be. It can just be something for everyone to just go and discover and have fun with. And it's for that reason that I have a top 10 anime list, but I know for a fact that when I say some of the names, most people aren't probably gonna really know what they are. And maybe it's just me getting older. I'm in my 20s. I'm starting to hit that big 25 here pretty soon, but I'm still pretty young, and I've seen all the popular animes like Demon Slayer, for example. I think because people are really paying attention to anime now, that we're starting to get all these big budget films, this insane graphics that are movie level quality every show that we get, and I think it's great. But I don't think Demon Slayer is a masterpiece in my opinion. Do I like the graphics? Yes. Do I think it looks stunning? Absolutely. I think from a visual perspective and from the mechanics of it, I think it's a very, very solid anime. But because I've seen so much different anime, I don't think it's my favorite anime ever. I think it's far from it. But I've noticed this kind of trend with people who do anime style content from time to time on their YouTube channels. Like if you see like a game show style setting where people talk about an anime genre, or the main things that people say whenever they say their favorite anime is, it all points back to shonen. And to me, that's kind of sad. I want all these shows to get the love and attention that they deserve, because I think a lot of animes deserve to be praised for the stuff that they put out. I think a lot of animes are very well made. I think there's a lot of them that do really, really well, but don't get as much affection and care for them because not a lot of people take the time to journey out and watch these kind of shows. It's only the mainstream that gets a lot of love. And I try and do that sometimes. I try and recommend different shows to people that they can watch. Like whenever I do my art streams, I stream art, specifically anime art, Wednesdays and Saturdays. And usually it's from shows that I personally enjoy. And a lot of times, not a lot of people know that these shows exist. So I want to be able to share my love, share my affection for all these anime that I think are incredible by expressing it with my art. But it almost feels like anime is like politics nowadays, where if you don't like a certain show, like Solo Leveling or Jujutsu Kaisen, then you're automatically like bad. Your opinion doesn't matter or anything like that. I think they're good shows, but they're just not my favorite, and it shouldn't be like that. A long time ago, people were bullied just for liking anime. Now you're being bullied for not liking the right anime, which is really stupid. But I know, at the end of the day, it's just opinions. It shouldn't matter. But if you are a new anime fan and you've only watched the main stuff, I would definitely encourage you to go branch out. See some other stuff that you probably would never bat an eye to. Maybe a slice of life or something, or maybe a romance. You never know what you could possibly find in the catalog as big as anime itself. There's pretty much something for everyone. There may be some stuff that maybe people will find weird about it, but that's just the kind of culture it is. It's very weird. It's not normal most of the time, and that's what makes it so unique. Maybe check out shows like Laid Back Camp, Call of the Night, Made in Abyss, like I said, Food for the Soul. That's a reason when they came out, and it's really, really good. I like that one. Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, K-On! They're all really solid shows that not a lot of people know about. Well, a few of them, but you know what I mean. Even Angel Beats, specifically Angel Beats, I think you should go watch that. That's just my opinion. You can either ignore it or go check it out for yourself. It's your choice. Do whatever you want. If you don't want to branch out, that's fine. Maybe you can see it later down the line in your own future. That's what it's there for. It's not gonna go anywhere. You can just enjoy the time you have now watching your favorite anime, and if you want to do something new, then it's there. That's the beauty of it. I know I'm ranting. I know I've been going off a bit about anime, which is pretty weird for me. So let me know what y'all think. Maybe let me know your favorite anime in the comments. That's not mainstream. Try and branch out. See what appeals to you. See what doesn't. Don't be afraid to go that route. If you don't like a certain show, that's totally fine. You don't have to appeal to the mainstream audience or your peers because everyone says it's popular or not. There's something for everyone. So yeah, other than that, thanks for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. I'll talk to you later. See ya.